Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you guys new to this channel, my name is Ronnie, and my wife and I, well, she's not here at the moment, we talk about personal finance, creating side hustle, property, money, as well as bits and pieces here and there, or investing as well. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the mindset that you should be creating if you're thinking of opening up an eBay store. I've been doing eBay since the beginning of the year, and so far at the current stage anyway, it's generating roughly about $300 to $400 per week as doing this casually. So I guess this is for anyone out there who's looking to start an eBay store. This is what I learned so far. What I learned so far is this. At the current stage, while I'm recording this, there is a major accident on the road. Now, if you were to work somewhere and if your shift, let's say 5 hours, I've been sitting here probably about an hour now. So that's 1 hour of your time getting deducted. I'm gonna be late, let's say. So that means instead of 5 hours shift, you're probably gonna get paid only for 4 hour shift. So that means if you rely on that money, let's say, you just lost 1 hour out of your control. That's, I guess, the downside of working and going to a place to work. eBay, on the other hand, what I learned is it's on 24/7. Whether you like it or not, there's going to be a sale throughout the day or night. This morning when I woke up, there's actually about 2 to 3 sales also that happen overnight. And it's great, the feeling that when you wake up and you look at your phone, there's all of these transactions happened. We live in an era where everything can happen on the phone, which is mind-blowing. I might be sound old, but the fact that you can earn an income while you're sleeping, that's great. So other things that I learned about I guess eBay, the way I look at it, it's like a giant department store, and it all depending on you. It is up to you to put the work on there, and depending from your effort, the outcome will be, I guess, that the outcome will show. So what I meant by a department store, so if you will look at giant department store, actually don't look at giant department store, more like a shopping center or shopping hub, including your grocery shopping. If we look at the top of the biggest giant food outlet, Coles, Woolworths, Aldi, IGA, let's say those are the 4 that as an example. You notice that they have lots and lots of items each aisle, whether it's configuration, same product, different sizes, the number of drinks in the drinks aisle, the amount of fruit and veg, and the fruit and bakeries, as well as milk or cold product. You notice there's heaps of items. So I never taken notice of it until now, since I actually have an eBay store. So the way I look at things is, if a giant supermarket have all of those items, there's high possibility of people will be coming to your store and grab those items from your store. Now, granted, they have multiple locations. I've only got one location, and it's not even real. It's a virtual location store. Now, the more item that you have on your store, the higher chances that you're going to sell those items. So yeah, that's what I learned. So, and then if you look at a department store, I live about 10 minutes away from a department store, and like I guess a small mall in a sense. They have JB Hi-Fi, Bingley, furniture, and all that jazz. Instead of looking at individual store like Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, Bingley, like those, I looked at it from the whole entire of that building. How many unique items do they have from the whole entire department building? So in eBay, I think the biggest store, which is about $550, somewhere around there, per month that you gotta pay to eBay, you can list up to 250,000 unique item. Now, listing 250,000 unique item is probably gonna take you a while. But that's only on one store. If you have 2 stores, you can have another 250,000 unique items. The more listing you have, the more possibility people going to buy your product. I'll give you another scenario. Like sometimes if you go to your grocery store, there is, let's say, in the drink aisle. In the drink aisle, there's a mini can, there's a can, there's a variety of bottles. There's a 600 ml, 1.5 liters, 1.25 liters, 2 liters, all of the same items, all of the same but different configuration. So I tested that theory, the same thing with my store, and it does the same result. So we had a few items, let's say, if an item of the same thing, if they buy 10, they get it for a certain price. If they buy 1, obviously it's going to be a lot more expensive. So the bigger the item, the cheaper it will get, or the more volume of the item, the cheaper you will get. So I tested that theory, and it does work. You know, sometimes we sell, instead of 1 item, we sell 2. Instead of 2 items, we sell 4. We have different listing as well. So of the same product. Tried that, it works. So if you're a bit, I guess, stuck in a sense, if you have opened an eBay store, got a bit stuck, and then maybe split your item or combine your item. Now I live in an apartment. Space is very limited. So with my way of doing things is, if we try not to have stock as much as possible, we try not to have them at all, in fact. So we only buy the item if we only start buying the item if it's being sold. However, if it's not being sold, then I won't buy the item yet. So I guess that's the difference. The difference with us is that there's a different way of selling things on eBay. One of them is that. The other one would be thrifting. The other one would be create your own product. I've seen a friend of mine open up a business, and that's what they do. They just create their own product. They engrave it, and then they create it for themselves, for their store. Now for me, I didn't do that. I just try to do retail arbitrage, in a sense of I'm only buying it if it's sold in my store. So in a sense, I don't have a lot of capital invested on it. And look, each to their own, in a sense. I mean, so far this is working for us. It might not be working for you. And each to their own. We're in still, I guess, learning stage. And what I love about that is the fact that there's no much of a rule book on how to do this. There's a lot of trial and error. So the quicker you guys do a lot of trial and error, the better it is. But what I like about it is there's not a lot of capital for people to do it. Instead of, if you're, let's say, starting your own business, there's going to be a website, inventory, or create a product or services. before you are able to start your own business. So yeah, so far we've been doing it since early this year, casually, 1 or 2 hours a day, but we keep on listing and listing 600 items. On an average, we're getting about 2 to 4 items sold per day. Now we're trying to increase that into 10 items per day, and maybe 20 items per day. It's not much. I mean, based on 600 listings so far, we can actually generate 2 to 3 items per day. Sometimes it can get to 7 to 10 items depending on the day of the week, and it fluctuates day by day. But mind you though, I've only got 600 listing. 600 listing, I can generate 2 or 3 items sold per day. Double that, I can get 4 to 5 items per day. Double that, I can get 8 items per day. So 600 items, 2 to 4. Let's say if I have 1200 items listed, so that means I'm gonna have, instead of 4, so that may get about 8 items per day. Now that might not sound much, 8 items per day, but my profit margin is roughly about $10 to $15 per item profit. $10 to $15 profit. That's my sort of my price point, let's say. That's after all costs. And yeah, and that's what I learned so far. It's scalable because I'm looking at it as a department store. I'm looking at it as your grocery store. I'm gonna have a lot of items in there for sale, and I don't actually buy them unless there's a consumer buying it from my shop. Anyway, that's my things for today. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, guys, and I will see you on the next video. See you later.